So most beginners don't fail online income because they're lazy, right? They fail generally because they're trying to build a house without the blueprint. That's not going to work, right? And if you're over 45 years old or even 50 years old, like I am, working full time, and you don't have the time to figure out this by yourself. You need clarity, not more noise and not more confusion. Okay. You don't need that shiny object feeling. If you don't know me, guys, my name's Darren. I've been in the online space now for 3 years, making additional income streams online via multiple different ways. And some of it semi-passive, some of it more active. But hopefully you're going to pick up some tips and tricks if you follow this channel and come along this journey with me, okay? Because then you can avoid those pitfalls that so many of us hit along that way of getting to success. It's not always easy. It's sometimes an uphill struggle, but it's so worth it if you're prepared to put in the work and the effort, right? So the real reason a lot of people fail in this space is because they buy 4 different courses, 5 different courses, multiple different courses, okay? I've done it myself. I've been there. I fell for shiny objects because when you start and you think, okay, this is the course, this is the product, this is the digital download that I need that's going to change everything. That is not the case, right? We've all been there. We've made those mistakes. I'm trying to really be as transparent as I can now on this channel because I've seen people make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and I want you to avoid making those same mistakes. You don't need to buy multiple different products, multiple different courses. You really, really don't. There's only one that you need. You need one product. You need the education, but you need a product to obviously promote to start making an income online when you're first getting started, right? So a lot of people who fail, they try multiple different platforms. Okay, they watch over 100 YouTube videos and they never really commit to one path. That's a big mistake. They're not stupid, by far. They're just overwhelmed because there's so much information online, and the online world makes it worse. It really, really does. Whether you're looking on YouTube, whether you're looking on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, but there's so many social media platforms out there giving lots of different information, and it's being bombarded, okay? And we don't need that. Every week, there's a new AI tool coming on the market, the new side hustle, all right? Especially, like I say, especially on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Constantly pushing new trends onto people. So beginners jump from one to another. And that's the worst thing you can do. They do it over and over and over again. Okay, I've seen it and I made those mistakes myself in the beginning, like I've already said. Right? And number 2 is the 3 beginner mistakes I would really want you to pay attention to so you can avoid these. If I'm honest, okay, this is why most people over 50 especially fail. Now, they try to learn everything. You do not need 20, 30 different business models in the online space. You just need one. You master one traffic source, one offer, one message. That's it. A lot of people, they'll consume more than they can execute. Now, they'll watch multiple different videos, multiple different strategies. They'll research. They compare themselves to other people, which is one of the worst things you can probably do. Okay. You don't want to be doing that. We're all individual. We all have our own story to tell. Start comparing yourself to people who are further on their journey than yourself, and you're going to feel a little bit crappy because you might not be able to compete with them. You might not be getting the views that they're getting, and that's absolutely fine. 100%, it really is. So there's no good watching. They do the research, they compare themselves, but then they don't publish because they start feeling bad about themselves. They start comparing and thinking, I'm not good enough. This video is not good enough. My message isn't good enough. And they have that inferiority complex. It kicks in. And once it's in there, it's hard to get it out. Okay. So publishing is the only way that builds confidence. So then a lot of people quit even before momentum kicks in, right? So they don't give something a chance to actually start working for themselves. Online income, it's slow at first, right? It feels invisible almost. It's almost like you're working your backside off and it's not bringing you the rewards that you'd hoped. Sometimes it can happen like that. Other times it will take weeks, maybe even months for some people. But if you're consistent with it, you'll get there. Okay. When you're 50 plus like I am, you might be thinking, am I too late in the game? Is this all a scam? What will people think of me? Will people laugh at me? That fear, okay, it's completely normal. I had it myself. Uh, they quit because of it, because they believe their own bullshit almost. You can't be doing that. It's normal to have fear. It's normal to worry what people think, but you will soon get thick skin in this industry, right? When I first started, I didn't even have a TikTok account, okay? I had to step outside my comfort zone. And the more you do something, the better and easier it becomes. So just bear that in mind. It might feel a little bit alien at first, but when you press record and you then press publish, you click that publish button and you think, right, it's out there. Start telling your story. Don't try and compare yourself to others. Just tell people who you are, where you've come from, what your ambitions are, what your career path is. Where do you live? Not your exact address, but what's your background? What sports do you love, if any? Maybe you don't love sports. Maybe you have a hobby or an interest that you'd love to sort of transition into an online business opportunity. There's so many things you can do online these days, but choose one and follow the path, follow your dream, make it happen for yourself. So what I would do instead, right? So if I was starting again at 50, full-time job, family, bills, mortgage, all of that, right? This is what I would do. I would pick one model, whether it be affiliate marketing or digital marketing. Affiliate marketing is going to be the easiest, if I'm honest, okay? Especially if you're a beginner, because you don't need to create your own digital product, okay? You can just leverage somebody else's. So pick one platform, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Not all of them, just one. Master it before you move on to the next one. Commit to that for 90 days, all right? And ignore everything else. Completely ignore everything else. Block it out. No shiny objects, no jumping, no comparing yourself to others. Just be consistent, right? That is so important. Most beginners don't fail because they can't do this. They fail because nobody tells them to simplify the process. So if you're watching this and you've bought multiple different courses, you've started and you've stopped, and you feel a bit embarrassed about that, you're not behind. You're not alone. You're just feeling a little bit scattered right now. And scattered energy makes scattered income. Okay? Focused energy builds momentum. So if this sounds like you, just comment focus or just click that link below that I'll leave a simple free checklist for you to go and have a look at. It's a yes/no checklist. And you can just go through that process, answer the questions in your own time, and establish if this online business world is even going to be something for you. I believe it's for everybody. Okay? We've all got a story to tell. But download that free checklist that I'll leave a link in the description for you. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Drop me an email. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the simple path, okay, that I'd follow for 90 days straight if I was starting again. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss that next video. And I look forward to seeing you soon. All the best. Thanks again.